Hello, my dark knights. It's the Bat Brand. How you guys doing? Um, it's a little weird me looking myself in the mirror, seeing no more beard. It's kind of weird. Next, the haircut needs to get done. But hello everybody, and welcome back to the Bat Brand live review of episode 2 of Gotham, of season 5 of Gotham. Um, First of all, I want to say this episode was not as great as episode 1, but I understand building up to what is to come in the future for this season. Um, but they we saw Mother and Orphan, not too much of them, but for the only 13 episodes, they can only do so much. But I want to first of all say thank you guys so much um, for the support on the channel too. If you guys do enjoy these Gotham reviews, let me know down in the comments down below. I will do more. I'll probably do another one next week, next Thursday when it comes out. As soon as it goes up, I react to it, give my thoughts, and we're gonna jump right into this. How it all starts out, this episode of Gotham. It starts out basically where the first one left off. They're checking on the boy that came in at the GCPE, and Jim is on the radio with people from the mainland, and they're saying they can't send any more choppers, whether it's them or Wayne's choppers. And the reason why is because they said they don't want to sacrifice any more men or sacrifice any more men. It's not worth the risk. And Jim Gordon then snaps back at them. He goes, "Oh, so you don't want me to sacrifice? You don't want to sacrifice any of your men, but you don't matter if you want me to stay put. You don't, but yeah, you want me to sacrifice. You don't care about the sacrifices we're making." And he's right. He goes, it's not right. They're stuck there, and it's not their fault. There's nothing they could have done. They got stuck in the front and couldn't get out of the evacuation in season 4, and they're stuck there. And everyone has cut them off, and no one is coming to help them. It's a shame. It truly is. But what they decide to do is go help these group of kids who are being helped, or, well, not being helped, who are being forced to dig a tunnel for these guys that use some kind of drug called smoke. And when they don't use it, they kind of develop boils on their faces and stuff. They look really weird. But where they had to go was to the dark zone. And they call that because the power never came back on from them once the blackout happened and all that. So Jim decides, you know what, I'm going to go for a favor. And by the way, if you guys not seen the new episode of Gotham, I much recommend you do, so you're not spoiled of anything that I'm about to say. He goes to Barbara, of all people, who oh, well, who's the guy I'm thinking of? Harvey even tells him, I don't think that's a good idea, considering she's probably still mad what happened to Tabitha in the last episode, which, surprise, surprise, she got shot, or not shot and killed, she got stabbed by Penguin and killed by Penguin. He comes to the Siren Club and talks to her and tells her, hey, I need a favor, and said about getting trucks for these guys so they can go save these kids and whatnot. And she's still obviously still sore about Tabitha dying and saying that we should kill Penguin. You should have killed him. You should have used that bullet to kill him, not to paralyze him, not to cripple him. Because now you have a bounty on your head, which in the last episode Penguin put on a 100,000 round bounty on his head for a round bullet wise, but then again, his bullets aren't all that great, so technically that's pretty good. Now, what it was is he goes there. She says all this stuff. Well, why? It's a suicide mission. You might as well just. I'm paraphrasing. It's just a suicide mission. You know, they should write that on your gravestone. Um, but I think I still say this is going to happen. I think Barbara's going to die. I think Barbara's going to die at the end of the season. Around it or something around that. I think Bane's going to kill her. Or something like that. I just have this feeling Bane's going to kill her. It's either going to be Bane or it's going to be Penguin. I don't think Jeremiah would kill Barbara. It's possible. But I see later on in the season we're going to see Barbara be killed. She's going to sacrifice herself for Jim. It's going to happen. She's going to have a big redemption this season. I really do see that. And that's what the rumors were. A lot of it, she was going to have a redemption this season. It was going to be her coming back and having the redemption we all know she can have. Now, after all that stuff happened, we see Bruce, who in the last episode was told to go to the witch. And he goes into this place that, oddly enough, looked like botanical gardens, and I knew it was Ivy from the moment last episode. I knew had to be Ivy. It just made sense. He gets in this place, sees all these bodies hung up. At this point, I'm just like, why does Bruce not know this is Ivy? He should have. He probably realized that. But who knows? In Gotham, it could have been anybody. Heck, it could have been Swamp Thing. But he comes across these other guys. I guess they were the other guys, or the guys that were hung up from the plants and killed by the plants. And they said they locked her in this room and they cut off all the stuff from her. And it looks like she was in pain when he went in there for her. And she's like, will you help me? And he did help her. And then when he, obviously naive Bruce, he's going to help you no matter who you are. And he walked out with her. And as soon as he says, no, I'm going to be responsible for anything she does, she kills the three guys and then grabs him by the throat and threatens to kill him. And he basically, this is perfect Bruce Wayne, Batman sort of thing. He kind of baits her into doing it, but at the same time, he also baits her into saying that her plants are ugly and nothing is the way it should be. It's a nightmare. Plants are supposed to be beautiful, like you said, and you're making them look ugly. And do it for. And she told her he told her everything about Selena, how Selena's not feeling well. Selena tried to kill herself, and Ivy said, "Okay, fine, I'll help you." And she goes, "If I help you, will you leave me alone?" He goes, "Yeah." So she helped him. So there is still some good left in her, because he says everything in you is just bad. There's no good left in you apparently. You even want your best friend to die in cold blood, and she took the bait. Perfect Bruce Wayne, by the way. Perfect. He is slowly becoming the detective that we know. Basically, psychologically and mentally, psychologically, and physically beating you. That's how Batman works. That's how Batman always does stuff. And I honestly do think this is we're finally gonna get Batman, and we're gonna see it in front of our eyes this season, and I'm super excited about that. Now, after all that happened, we come to Ed Nigma, sleeping on a bed. I'm like, oh God, where are you now? Is this gonna be your premise this season? Well, we find out. He's like, oh no, I'm fine. He changed himself to his bed. He didn't go anywhere. And he wakes up. He goes to the bathroom, and as he's looking, he hears a noise in the shower next to him. Opens up the shower. There's a guy tied in his shower. And of course, he has no idea why that guy's there, because he's the Riddler in the morning, and at night, he's Ed Nigma. And he unrolls the thing, and he says, hey, aren't you one of those street demons? The street demon gang? And he said, yeah. He goes, Why are you tied up in my thing? And he tells him all these different stuff, and he's like, you wanted information about my gang and where my hideout was, and where, and you wanted to be there when my boss was there. And he said, okay, um, I don't know that. And you're not going to tell me that information again, are you? No, it looks like we're going to have to do this all over again. So he beats him with a monkey wrench, and yeah, he tells him, and he goes, "You're going to take me to where it went." Takes him there, and he's like, "Where is everybody? Everyone's dead, including the boss." And he goes, "Did you do this?" He goes, "No, I know. I don't think I did." And he sees on this wall, because I don't think Ed would do this. I don't think Ed would kill all those people. Then he sees on the wall, Penguin was here. Now I think maybe it was Ed, and he's framing Penguin for it, to start a gang war, because he said, "I don't know whoever did this. Whoever did this just started a war." And um, and if it is Ed and he is trying to start a war, with these other gangs against Penguin and framing Penguin for doing all this stuff, maybe that's what I'm thinking. I don't think Penguin would go and level himself down to do that. Um, I think it was Ed, and I think Ed's becoming more willing to kill. I think he was, but he was more the person that he wouldn't do that stuff. So, um, but anything to just this is Gotham now. This is this new Gotham that they live in now, which is just kill or be killed or survive just to survive. Um, so back to what the main story. The main story that was going on. The cops go down, and they did get the trucks. They did go through the dark zone, and the dark zone looks absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. There was this group of people, with really like light up skulls and stuff in their face and skull paint and whatnot. I think that is the Apocalypse Gang. I'm almost pretty sure. If not, I could be wrong. Now, I didn't know who the guys were in the gas masks. Um, I guess maybe they're called the Smoke or something. I don't know. Um, Beats me. I don't remember if they said their gang name in the episode. But they find out where they're at. And there is a shootout. Obviously, I was expecting Victor Zaz or one of them to show up right then and there, but never happened. Um, and they get all the kids out except for these three, except for three of them, and their one car that they have, their car tire blows. They shoot the car tire, and they can't escape. So Jim, Harvey, and these three kids go through the dark zone and escape from this group, the Smoke. I'll call them the Smoke Gang. They escape from them, and they escaped in this old abandoned hotel. Probably not the best idea. Because obviously nothing is safe in the dark zone down there. Nothing is safe, period, in that and Gotham now. But they go in there and they see this candle. It's like, oh, that means, that normally means like it's a safe haven, that people are safe to take refuge there. You take the basement, Harvey. I'll take upstairs. He goes upstairs, finds this boy, which I knew for a fact immediately. That's Orphan. That is Orphan for sure. And he goes downstairs. Harvey goes downstairs and sees all this jewelry down there. Um, oh, Suiciders. By the way, how you going, Frodo Potter? Suiciders, they called them. I'll have to remember that. Suiciders. Wait, the ones with the gas masks or the ones with the skull paint on them? Because I'm pretty sure the ones with the gas masks. I thought the ones with the skulls were the Apocalypse Gang. I, I I'm not sure, but anyway, let me know in the chat if you guys do find out. Yeah. Oh, the one in the mask. They called them the Suiciders. Okay. Um, I think the other gang was the Apocalypse Gang or something like that. Or the Skull. I don't know. Someone with. I remember that someone people were saying there wasn't a gang called the Apocalypse Gang or something. Um, we're kind of like that gang that you saw from Batman Forever. Remember the ones that had the faces, the skull faces. They were glow in the dark and stuff like that. Kind of black light style. They did say I've heard rumors and stuff like that. There was going to be a gang this season that resembled them. Maybe this is the gang that they were talking about. But anyway, um, they go into this hotel and Jim encounters Orphan, who seems all nice and okay at first. Tells him about Mother and whatnot, and then downstairs Harvey finds this. Yes, the glow paint from Forever. Exactly what I thought. Yeah. Yep. So you're not the only one. You have the same mindset I do in that. But yeah, they go in there and he sees this oven cooking up skeletal remains, and plates full of jewelry, different rings and stuff. I think lug nuts and what stuff, and then fingers. And then right behind him, you see Mother with this like switchblade thing, that kind of like a barber would use, and tries to slice him. And he runs upstairs like he's seen a ghost. Um, it's been a while since I've seen that reaction from Harvey in Gotham. He runs upstairs and he says, "Jim, we gotta get out of here." And then seizure warning, by the way, if you guys are having seizures. If you guys had seizures, by the way, just warning if you watch this episode, if you haven't watched it yet. And when you watch it, Orphan tricks them and locks them in this room with these strobe lights that causes them to be disoriented and make them fall asleep. Um, and you can see Orphan's a little uneasy about it, obviously, because he's a child. And Mother actually comes in there and tries to kill them while they're doing it, and they fight him. She gets him a couple times, but Jim, I think, busts a window open and messes up the strobe lights or whatever. And then they rip off her mask, and she's just a normal lady, and said that she, during the blackout, I taught him how to survive. I taught him how to protect himself. Yada yada yada. He would never, you know, his mother and father abandoned him, and I became his mother. I protected him. And you won't protect him. Blah blah blah. And then she disappeared through this trap door, and that whole house. I'm pretty sure that whole house was probably just a death trap, waiting for them. Just different spots around the house, just so they escape from the house. And wouldn't you know it, they escaped from the house. And thank you, Frodo, for this. The Suiciders on one side, and we'll call them the Batman Forever gang. We'll call them the Batman Forever gang. They were on the other side. He says, "Okay, I'm gonna kill you and take your bounty." Then the other person comes up, good old fashioned Mexican standoff, and says, "No, I want his reward. He's coming with me." And Jim did the most savage thing I think I've ever seen him do. He goes, "Oh, you don't have enough bullets." He goes, "We got two." "Oh, you got two." "Oh, what are you gonna do with two?" He goes right up to the girl while she's running, shoots her in the face. And as they're running, I thought they were gonna die or something. Something was gonna happen. And the next thing you know, this big, humongous truck just rolls through. Just a big old turret just mows them down. And I'm like, that's Barbara. That's Barbara. And Barbara does come out in her nice white jacket, looking good. And she says, and then, well, she says something. I don't really remember what Barbara says. And as she goes up to the one guy, the guy that was, I think, I think it's the main. I think he was the leader. He gets back up and tries to shoot Barbara. And the last shot Jim has, he pulls out, shoots him. And he kind of made up for in episode one, what he didn't do in episode one. He kind of made up for it. She said, "This doesn't make us even," and all this. And They take them back to take these orphan kids, then back to this place where they're where this place that they secured or something that they can hold all these people at. And I knew immediately that building in the trailer. You look at the trailer and you look at it real closely. That place is going to be on fire in later episodes. It's going to explode. That's the building we saw explode in the trailer. If you watch it closely, that building's going to explode. I think Bane's going to destroy it. And if that's the case, it is going to be a war. I think the end of the season, we are going to see a full out war for Gotham. Near episode probably 8, 9, and 10, I would guess. And then episodes 11, 12, 13. 13 obviously going to be the 10-year jump episode with Batman and all that. And I think episode 12 will probably be one, too. We may see 2 episodes with a 10-year jump, I think. I'm hoping. But I don't really know what they could put 1 or 2 filler episodes in here or there because they do want to do Man Bat, an episode with Man Bat in it. They do want to do a little portion with other people, but yeah, and then I still think that's the building, but they brought him in there, and Barbara was kind of, you can tell that there's kind of still some tension between them, but there is a budding relationship for them, I think, which is happening. They did say that the two of them are going to end up getting back together, make it full circle. But she said, we have, call me as soon as this is done and all this. We have some business to discuss. See you later, killer. And she just walks away and leaves. And I do like I did like the awkward look Lucius gave Jim, though. It was quite interesting. But they got a bunch of people, and they're protecting them, and they're basically thanking Jim for being the hero. And it's kind of come full circle for Jim too, because season 2, season 3, he was labeled kind of a person that, that did the dirty stuff. That he had to get his hands dirty. Season 4, he had to work with Sophia Falcone and dude did stuff dirty that he would never do seasons before, and lie and get positions he doesn't deserve and different stuff like that, and not doing it the Jim Gordon way he would have did in the beginning of the seasons of Gotham. But now it's coming full circle, and he's getting back to the Jim Gordon he was in the beginning. And doing the right thing, but still being the ones from the past seasons and the future seasons, but unwavering. Okay, so we're getting back. It's all coming full circle for him too. So I really like the character development that they're doing with Jim now too. That's why I love this show. Great character development, great stuff that they're doing with the show. But the last thing I did want to talk about before I get into the preview for next episode, which I'm super excited about, we finally got a first glimpse at Catwoman. He brought this little seed that Ivy said would heal her from the gunshot wound Jeremiah gave her. He gives it to her, or Bruce gives it to her. She said, I just tried to kill myself yesterday, Bruce. Selena said this. She said, I just tried to kill myself yesterday, Bruce. If Ivy wants a shot at killing me, let her have a go at it, out of it. Gives it to her, and she says this nice little story about Ivy, and that shows me right there. Even though everything Ivy's done to her last season, and she done to her, they're still friends. They're still going to be friends. They still see each other as friends. That they still love each other throughout what they've done to each other. And the other, then she has this seizure or whatever, and she goes into shock, and then 2 hours. The doctor even says 2 hours later everything's normal. Everything, all her stabilizes. Everything is normal. We'll check her in the morning, make sure she's okay. But then Alfred leaves. And then right before Bruce stops and he says, he probably thinks to himself, okay, I'm going to turn around, go back, and just say bye. He looks, and I knew, and she's going to be gone. And she was. He turned, and then he hears her walking behind her, and she said, Bruce. She's walking, and he goes, oh my God, are you okay? She goes, yes, I'm better. I'm even better, actually. And he hugs her, and she hugs him, and next thing you know, her eyes turn into cat eyes, and we got Catwoman because little thing that I think we're gonna actually see the Catwoman, where we're gonna see the Batman Catwoman relationship, where one minute that Catwoman's trying to fight him, but at the same time she's attracted to him and loves him, um, and can't kill him because of it, but still has that anger and that darkness inside of her now that's going to be brought out from this sexy Selena. As yet, I gotta say too, it has come full circle too for her. Like I remember first watching this show, and they were so young. They were so young, and now they're fully grown adults, and it's just weird looking at them. I'm like, I feel like I raised you, like you were children, and now not so much, So, I I do think we're gonna see that, especially in the next episode, because she's not back on her feet. So guess what she's gonna want to do, which I'll talk about that in a second. But um, the thing with so I didn't know what my thought I was that I wanted to say. Then we saw those cat eyes, which I forgot to say. Ivy told Bruce that there was a side effect of it, and that it could possibly bring out the darker, like not the darker side, but just like the darker intents of some people if they have them inside of them. Um, so Selena, apparently that's going to bring that out in her, and it's going to be a problem in the next episode. But um, it was still a good episode all around, decent. It was not as good as episode one, but I understand they're building to what they want to do, and I think we're gonna hit. It's gonna be like a hill. We're gonna go up. We're gonna hit the crescendo by episode 8. We're gonna stay right there. We're gonna come back down, probably for episode 11, 12, and then we're gonna probably shoot back up. It's probably gonna be like a steady climb, up a couple, down one, up a couple, down one. They're just trying to build it. Or it could just be a straight line up, where it could just be they are trying to build up hype for each episode. Now, what do I think? What kind of Selena do I think we're going to get? Then we're going to get a true comic book one, Catwoman, because we're going to finally see the Catwoman next episode. Next episode, I saw the previews for it. Selena's going to go after Jeremiah. She wants revenge. She's going to be more revenge driven, like Catwoman always was in the comics. She was always more, you stab me in the back, now I'm going to stab you in the back, and that wasn't Selena before, and it's Catwoman now. She's going to be the kind of person that's going to want revenge. So she is going to go after the one person that she can get to Jeremiah from, and that is Echo, aka Proto Harley Quinn. She is not the Harley Quinn in my eyes. She is probably Proto Harley Quinn, and I saw some scenes of it. Guys, we're getting the mutants tomorrow, and the grapple gun. We're gonna see the grapple gun. We're gonna see him basically use the Proto Bat Claw, that I call it. We're gonna see the mutants, the mutant leader from the Batman Returns, or Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, I think it's called. The Frank Miller comic, and we're gonna see a little bit of Jeremiah, I think, because episode 4 we're gonna see a whole lot of Jeremiah. That's gonna be where Jeremiah really is a factor going forward. Episode 4, I think episode 4, 5, 6, maybe more than that. But we're not going to start really seeing Jeremiah till episode 4. Um, but episode 3 does look pretty good. It looks like we're going to get a cat fight on our hands. We're going to finally see the new Catwoman in action. But it does seem like, too, there was one little clip that I saw that there is going to still be that little romance more so than normal, because of it's going to be the typical. We're going to see kind of a little bit of that Batman Catwoman relationship now, not just Bruce and Selena. We're going to see the Catwoman and Batman relationship, where their things will clash, but they'll also love each other, because they're attracted to each other as well. But the thing that I'm most excited for, I want to see the mutants. I want to see if they're true to the comic thing. I want to see how much time they're going to get. They're going to get more time than what Mother and Orphan got, or are they going to get about the same? I don't know. The same thing with the Echo as Harley Quinn. I want to see this as well. I think Echo's going to get a lot of representation in this episode. Apparently, they're going to be in a pool of some sorts fighting each other. It's an empty pool. But it looks like it's going to be a nice and bloody fight, because it looked like they are just beating each other. And I want to see this fight, because it's basically Proto Harley Quinn against Catwoman. Can't wait. Can't wait. Because then episode 4, what we're going to get is she will probably succeed in defeating Echo. Probably won't kill Echo. And then dress up like Echo to and cover up like Echo, and then surprise Jeremiah and try to kill him. Obviously, it will not work. It will not go that way, because it's Jeremiah. But still, I think it's going to be a really good development, and I'm excited for what this season has to offer. Only 2 episodes in, and it's just it's keeping me coming back. It's not really like wowing me like past seasons, but this is different, because other seasons has been every single one. I'm like, what? They're gradually doing it. They're building up. It's like when you're in a roller coaster and they're slowly going up, and they're reaching that apex, and they're getting ready to come down. That's where we're at right now. But I think this is all the time I have for this review. If you tell me what was your favorite part of the episode, and what are your thoughts on the next episode, episode 3. Let me know down below. And stay tuned for more from the Bat Brand. And if you are new here, feel free subscribe. If you're new, if you're just joining me and you're like, who's this Bat Brand guy talking about Gotham? Feel free. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and hit that like button, because I really appreciate it. It helps me, and it helps you guys at the same time know when I do put up a new episode or new video. I think Saturday will be... I'm not going to be recording tomorrow, because tomorrow I work all day, and then I go to my friend's house and basically hang out with friends. But Saturday, you will probably get a lot of different stuff. I do need to record... I don't know if I should do a second Let's Play on top of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Sacred Cards Let's Play. But it shouldn't be too long of a Let's Play. But I'm going to do Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Sacred Cards Let's Play. Really cool Game Boy Advance game. And then we're probably going to go live with a new episode of Lego DC Supervillains. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. This episode, this review. And as always, stay awesome, my Dark Knights.